mandato original del FMI estaba centrado en estabilizar el valor de las monedas de los distintos países entre sí. A los estados se les proveían recursos con condiciones específicas demandadas por el organismo. Pero las condicionalidades han evolucionado de tal forma que afectan a los derechos de salud y educación, en especial por la vía del recorte del gasto público. Por ejemplo, se condicionan las inversiones de infraestructura o el abastecimiento de insumos básicos para el funcionamiento de los sistemas de salud y educación. Se imponen topes a los salarios y se fomentan despidos. Se impulsa la venta de empresas públicas de los sectores de salud y educación.
In 2020, actually, I did a comprehensive review of IMF policy advice and loan conditions across low-income and low-middle-income countries, and we found very alarming results. We found that there was a squeeze on the fiscal space for the vast majority of countries, 70% of low-income countries having to fit with very low deficit targets and inflation rates being reduced to low single digits, which basically squeezed the resources available for investment in public services.
Luego de 3 décadas de utilizar las políticas de austeridad para estabilizar los indicadores macroeconómicos, los países han incrementado el gasto social para lograr sanear las carencias.
There were explicitly clear policy advice to low-income and low-middle-income countries that they should put constraints on their public sector wage bill. In 78% of the countries that the data was available for, we found that countries were being advised to cut or freeze public sector wage bills over the last 3 years. The consequence of that is dramatic because the largest single groups of people on the public sector wage bill are teachers, doctors or nurses. And if you have to limit the overall spending on the public sector wage bill, there are 2 immediate and obvious consequences. One is that you can't address any of the shortages of public sector workers because you can't afford to recruit new people, even where you've got desperate shortages of frontline workers in many cases. And you also cannot improve the pay or conditions of the existing workforce.
De esta manera se produce una segmentación entre quienes pueden pagar por servicios de calidad y quienes solo pueden optar por salud o educación por la vía del Estado, que debido al desfinanciamiento pierde calidad. Servicios buenos para quienes pueden pagarlos, servicios defectuosos para quienes no.
One of the things that we find is that that disproportionately affects women who make the majority of frontline workers, particularly in health, over 70% of frontline workers, and those people who are on the most precarious contracts also tend to be women. So in the context of countries struggling to cope with the impact of COVID, the fact that public health systems and education systems have been chronically squeezed in recent years by IMF policy advice, by coercive policy advice, has meant that governments are really unprepared for COVID.
En la medida en que la provisión deja de estar en manos del Estado, los servicios asociados se suelen encarecer, lo que hace que las personas dejen de recibir atención por no poder pagarla o en los casos en que el tratamiento sea ineludible, que al pagarlo queden endeudadas o en la pobreza.
That we need stronger public sectors and public interventions to challenge the power of corporates and the fossil fuel industries. We need a stronger public sector in general for also countries to be able to adapt to climate change in equitable and fair ways. And that means comprehensive increased investments in gender-responsive public services and in social protection.
Antes de la pandemia, en 74 países en desarrollo, se gastaba más en pagos de deudas externas que en salud. mientras todos los países de ingresos bajos que fueron aconsejados o advertidos por el FMI de recortar o congelar el empleo público en los 3 años previos a la pandemia, fueron identificados por la Organización Mundial de la Salud como países que enfrentaban escasez crítica de trabajadores y trabajadoras del sector de la salud.
At the moment, the biggest obstacle is the coercive policy advice of the IMF, but it's also internalized by so many ministries of finance in so many countries who have sort of attached themselves to this sort of cult of austerity. And I think the key challenge is for civil society movements to challenge national governments to push for reforms and to advocate for alternatives that see investment in public services as part of the solution, part of the core of the COVID recovery, and part of how we're going to make progress both on human rights and on the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals.